They killed his sons, they killed his legacy, but not his poetry. This wasn't just the fall of a king, it was the end of a 300-year empire. This is not a story of conquest, it's a story of collapse, of a man who inherited a crown of dust and watched his empire die with poetry on his lips. His name was Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal emperor. Once, the Mughals ruled everything, from the snow of Kashmir to the shores of Bengal. They built empires of marble, of gold, of legend. But by 1837, that empire was a corpse, and Bahadur Shah Zafar was asked to wear its crown. He was 62 when he ascended the throne, but there was no coronation worthy of an emperor, no armies, no ministers, only a crumbling palace in Delhi and a pension from the British East India Company. He wasn't a warrior, he didn't crave power. He wrote poems by moonlight, played music in hushed courts. His pen was sharper than any sword he owned. They called him emperor, but he ruled only in name. The British had taken India's wealth. Now they were draining its soul. So, what happens when a powerless emperor faces a powerful rebellion? 1857. The spark is lit. A simple cartridge becomes the trigger. The new Enfield rifle. Soldiers were told to bite the cartridge to load it, but rumors spread. The cartridges were greased with cow and pig fat. For Hindus, the cow is sacred. For Muslims, the pig is forbidden. The insult was unbearable, the tension unstoppable. On May 10th, soldiers in Meerut rose up. They fired their bullets not at enemies abroad, but at their British commanders, and then they marched to Delhi. They stormed the Red Fort, swords drawn, voices raised. They didn't request the emperor's support, they demanded it. Bahadur Shah Zafar, a man of ink and art, was thrust into the heart of revolution. At that moment, he became the symbol of India's fury. Did he want the throne of rebellion? No. But what could he do? Say no and risk death at the hands of the rebels? Say yes and sign his own death warrant with the British? He chose survival. He chose the people. He chose India. But it was a doomed choice. The rebellion spread. The British responded not with justice but with vengeance. By September, British troops stormed Delhi. They fought like demons possessed, house by house, wall by wall. They didn't just defeat the rebels, they massacred the city. Men, women, children. Blood ran in the Yamuna. Zafar fled, but there was no escape. William Hodson, a name that still drips with infamy, he captured the emperor, and then in front of the Purana Killa, the old fort, he executed Zafar's two sons and his grandson, shot, cold, without trial. The archway where it happened was forever renamed Khuni Darwaza, the Bloody Gate. But Zafar's punishment had only just begun. They captured him, and what they did next shattered the last remnants of the Mughal world. They put him on trial, not for rebellion, but for being a symbol. He was blamed for a war he never started, accused of crimes he never ordered, but judged as if he were the mastermind of it all. The verdict, guilty. His sentence, exile. Far from Delhi, far from his palace, far from everything he knew. Bahadur Shah Zafar spent his final years in a damp prison in Rangoon. No court, no poetry, no visitors. Just four walls and memory. He died on November 7th, 1862, buried without a name, the last Mughal gone. But his words still echo. कितना है बदनसीब ज़फ़र, दफन के लिए 2 गज़ ज़मीन भी ना मिली कोई याद में. How unfortunate is Zafar, not even 2 yards of land for burial, in the land of the beloved. A poet to the end, A king without a kingdom, a memory swept under colonial dust. Bahadur Shah Zafar was not a conqueror, he was a witness to the fall of an empire, to the cruelty of occupation, to the tragic fate of a man caught between past and future. Empires fall, but stories and souls endure. If this story moved you, subscribe for more forgotten histories brought back to life.